Speaker, what do you think is the European attitude toward Mr. Nixon as he is about to take office? Are they apprehensive, or do they feel very optimistic, or what?
Well, there's varying opinions. Of course, Mr. Nixon in Europe and abroad is viewed as a hawk on Vietnam, so they're very anxious to see what his policy is going to be. It's not only far as Vietnam's concerned, but as far as the Middle East crisis is concerned. Bill Scranton's statement that he made while I was in Europe created a great deal of concern when he said we should have a more even-handed policy toward the Arabs. This created a great deal of concern among the countries that are friendly towards Israel. But I think everyone's got a wait-see attitude about President Nixon. I think his picking Mr. Kissinger as his foreign advisor was a step in the right direction. This man enjoys a very good international reputation, and people seem pleased about this. I think the lack of experience on his cabinet staff as far as international affairs are concerned caused some concern among some of the countries that I had an opportunity to visit with.
It is a pleasure to serve as an officer of the court and have Mr. Corey likewise before the court as an attorney and officer. We went to court to protect what we deem to be certain privileges, immunities, and privacies. We found in the court and before the court that Dick had this same concern and respect. Under those circumstances and under the order of the court, the Legislative Committee may do its legal job without abuse or injury to any citizen, and we believe this is a proper constitutional resolution of our problem.
The whole thing, as Mr. Carver said, apparently was that he was up here and we were scattered around the state and we wanted information of a certain character and type, and I believe that they thought we wanted more than that, and perhaps the language in which the subpoenas were couched would indicate that that was the purpose, which of course it wasn't. And once we understood the problem between us, then we didn't have any problem.
It's the dude that says where there is some question in his mind as to whether or not any money should be paid out. It's his duty and prerogative to seek out any legal information that he could. So in view of this, I feel like that as county treasurer, we should, it's in the interest of the county treasurer's office and the court and the people actually who are taxpayers are going to pay this money. I feel like that I would be derelict in my duties as county treasurer if I paid this out without having the highest authority in the state of Texas to rule on the legality of this matter.
The reason you're concerned about the legality is because of this injunction hearing that was held in the appeal period, is that it?
Yes, sir.
I came back by Rome and met with the agricultural attaché at the United States Embassy in Rome, and there is definitely right now a real need for beef cattle in the country of Italy. The agricultural attaché was definitely interested, if the state of Texas was interested, and felt the United States government would be interested in financially participating in a project to start purebred beef herds in Italy. And Texas certainly needs more market for our beef, and this is a very good example of what the state of Texas can do, and we can be the coordinator. We can be much more active on the agriculture scene than what we've been. Here in Texas, that we need a much more aggressive posture as far as the state of Texas is concerned. We can no longer look at agriculture just as far as Texas or just as far as the United States. Agriculture is a world problem, and we have got to promote Texas agricultural products.
Dallas, for example, you see that Dallas is surrounded by a ring road. You call it an inner belt, in effect. This form of transportation, it's vital. It will remain a very viable part of the transportation system of Dallas. And it's our intention that these forms of transportation, or these new concepts that we are thinking about, will be here to supplement the automobile and to provide competitive and more convenient forms of service in the central city, so that we can provide the types of service that will permit people to move more efficiently and more rapidly in the center city.
Does this mean then that an intercity rapid transit would be of little use because the automobile is so important in this area?
No, in terms of the central city, you're going to find, well, in most American cities, that urban mass transportation and the public transportation systems will augment and supplement the highway system. For example, over 30% of the people who travel in our urban areas are non-auto drivers. They have to have forms of public transportation.